2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run now for the rookie out of Georgia. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Hands it off out of the gun. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Daniels going to throw for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Throwing Nix. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Marvin Mims, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Let's go.
To throw is Daniels. Got him, man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there, and a first down. Now Daniels. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's Daniels. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Now it's Nix. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up second down. To throw, here's Nix. Hunter Henry brings it in. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Well, they can put him in a number of different places. In line, H-back, put him in the slot. In this case, they put him out wide. Matchup nightmare. Who are you going to send out to cover him? And he picks up a first down with that.
Now the ball comes loose. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing now is Daniels. And that's incomplete. Not that time for Watkins, but now it'll be 3rd down. But you look at this Bronco defense, they've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
18 Rattler, Mustang 19. Go.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown, Washington. Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Commanders are going to have it here just past the 25. Working out of the gun, Daniels. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
To the air goes Daniels. And the Broncos get there and take him down. 3rd and 20.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Daniels looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Terry McLaurin. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 84 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on a very
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Nix. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. You talk about this Washington defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Nix. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. 2 yards on the pickup there. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Nix to the air. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt, Charles, with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort with them.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
2nd and 11. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Nix, flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Noah Igbinoghene. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 15. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter.
And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership...
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels, middle of the field. He's got McLaurin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
2nd and a couple.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Quez Watkins.
41 yards.
And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
Let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Out to his left.
Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Commanders are able to widen their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Operating from the gun, Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Nix. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
That is caught. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 2.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
They'll go play action with Nix. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Throwing Nix.
And my goodness, another interception.
Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
13 yards there and a Washington first.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. 3rd and 7 now. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Daniels.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Nick Bonito.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 2.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Now Daniels. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool.
And the ball is knocked out. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 63 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the Broncos' 40-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Daniels.
Eluding the pressure right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Let's go now.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
At the 6-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Let's go.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And my goodness, another interception.
Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Commanders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10.
Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This is 2nd and 8.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
85 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Washington,
they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next